What are the exemptions in a New Jersey bankruptcy? When you file for bankruptcy in New Jersey, the exemptions you choose determine whether your home, car, or retirement savings remain yours. Bankruptcy exemptions are laws that protect certain property from being sold to pay your creditors during a Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 case. In New Jersey, you may select either the federal exemption list under 11 U.S.C. Section 522(d) or the New Jersey state exemptions, but you cannot mix individual items from both lists. Most filers benefit from the federal exemptions because the state list is limited and lacks a statutory homestead or specific motor vehicle exemption. You must pick one exemption set for all assets and, if you file jointly with a spouse, both spouses must use the same set. When you file, everything you own becomes part of the bankruptcy estate, so exemptions determine what stays with you. In a Chapter 7 case, a trustee can sell non-exempt property to pay creditors, while in Chapter 13 you keep your property but must repay unsecured creditors at least the value of non-exempt assets over time. The federal homestead exemption allows you to protect up to $31,575 in equity in your primary residence and, if you file jointly, up to $63,150 combined. New Jersey has no state homestead exemption, which makes the federal option especially important for homeowners. The federal exemptions protect up to $5,025 in vehicle equity. The state list has no dedicated vehicle exemption and uses a small personal property wildcard instead. For household goods and furniture, federal law protects up to $800 per item with a total cap of $16,850. And it also grants a separate $2,125 jewelry exemption and $3,175 for tools of the trade, while the state list allows $1,000 total for household goods and no separate jewelry or tool exemptions. The wildcard exemption can be applied to any type of property. New Jersey's state wildcard allows $1,000, while the federal wildcard includes $1,675 plus up to $15,800 of unused homestead, so it can protect as much as $17,475 per filer. Retirement accounts such as 401(k)s, 403(b)s, pensions, SEP and simple IRAs are fully exempt without a dollar cap under federal law. Traditional and Roth IRAs are protected up to $1,711,975 per person. New Jersey law also fully protects pensions for public employees, firefighters, police officers, teachers, municipal workers, judges, and other government employees. Most wages and public benefits are protected in bankruptcy. Wage executions are generally limited to 10% of income for people below 250% of the federal poverty level, and federal law caps ordinary garnishments at the lesser of 25% of disposable earnings or the amount by which disposable earnings exceed 30 times the federal minimum wage. Social Security benefits, unemployment compensation, workers' compensation benefits, veterans benefits, disability and illness benefits, public assistance, and spousal and child support reasonably needed for support are exempt under federal and state law, and federal law also exempts up to $31,575 in certain personal injury recoveries. To use New Jersey's exemptions, you must have lived in the state for at least 730 days before filing. Otherwise, the exemptions of your previous state or the federal list may apply. Property that exceeds available exemptions may be sold in Chapter 7 if the sale will generate enough money after costs, but many New Jersey cases are no-asset cases because there is no non-exempt property worth pursuing. In Chapter 13, you keep all of your property but must pay creditors the value of any non-exempt assets over a 3 to 5 year repayment plan. To claim exemptions, you list all property you own on Schedules A and B of your bankruptcy petition, calculate the equity by subtracting outstanding loans or liens, choose either the federal or state exemption set, and then complete Schedule C by matching each asset to the appropriate statute. Undervaluing an asset or claiming the wrong statute can cause you to lose property, and trustees or creditors can object to improperly claimed exemptions. A knowledgeable bankruptcy lawyer can help you review your assets, compare both exemption sets, and ensure every available protection is claimed. New Jersey bankruptcy attorney Daniel Straffi Jr. and his team at Straffi and Straffi Attorneys at Law advise individuals and families in Toms River, Ocean County, and throughout central and southern New Jersey on how to protect their assets during bankruptcy. Exemptions in a New Jersey bankruptcy depend on whether you choose the federal or state list. Federal exemptions include significant protections for home equity, vehicles, personal property, and retirement accounts, while the state list offers limited amounts and no homestead or vehicle exemption, though clothing is unlimited and tenancy by the entirety can protect jointly owned property in certain circumstances. Understanding which exemptions apply and properly claiming them can mean the difference between keeping your property and losing it. You can visit Straffi and Straffi Attorneys at Law at 670 Commons Way, Toms River, New Jersey, 08755, United States, or call them at 732-341-3800.